Your person is missing you deeply, more than words can truly express. Lately, their thoughts have been consumed by memories of the time you both shared, the laughter, the comfort, the sense of peace that only your presence could bring. They've come to a profound realization that they want the two of you to be together again, but not just as you were before. This time, they long for a reunion built on forgiveness, mutual understanding, and a complete release of past resentments. They don't want either of you to carry the weight of old wounds into a new beginning. What they truly desire is a fresh start, free of blame, where both of you can move forward together, healed, open-hearted, and stronger than before. In your absence, they've been reflecting deeply on who you are and what you brought into their life. Your sweet, loving, loyal, and caring nature has stood out to them like a light in the darkness. These qualities, which perhaps they once took for granted, now shine brightly in their memory. They've realized that people like you are incredibly rare, someone who gives love without conditions, who supports without judgment, and who stays loyal even when things get tough. It's this unwavering goodness in you that has made them see you in an entirely new light. They no longer see you as just a partner or someone they once dated, they now see you as the person who is perfectly suited to be their lifelong companion, their future spouse. They've been wanting to communicate all of this to you. It hasn't been easy for them to find the right words or the right moment, but the desire to express their heart to you has only grown stronger with time. What they want you to know is this: being with you inspired them to become a better version of themselves. You weren't just a romantic partner, you were their motivator, their safe space, and their mirror. With you, they felt a sense of purpose and direction. You helped them grow in ways they didn't even realize were possible, and now, more than ever, they feel that if they are to become the best version of themselves, it will be with you by their side. Together, they believe you can build a life filled with growth, achievements, and meaningful happiness. Yet, despite all of this clarity and yearning, they are afraid of losing you forever. That fear is real and paralyzing at times. It's not that they don't want to come rushing back into your life, it's that they're trying to be cautious, to avoid making impulsive choices that could make things worse between you both. They're trying not to repeat mistakes, to give themselves time to understand the depth of their feelings and the responsibility that comes with them. They are serious about you, truly serious, and because of that, they are choosing to take things slowly. They want to rebuild the connection carefully, with intention and respect, rather than rushing back and risking further hurt or misunderstanding. Right now, your person is carrying a heavy sense of regret. They are disappointed in themselves for something they did recently, something that may have hurt you or pushed you further away. That action or mistake haunts them, and they've been reflecting on it with a deep sense of remorse. If they could go back and undo it, they would in a heartbeat. But since they can't, all they wish for now is the opportunity to make it right. They aren't seeking forgiveness just to ease their own guilt, they want to show you through actions and sincerity that they can be better for you, that they've learned from their missteps. Deep down, they are suffering. Their silence is not a sign of indifference or emotional distance. Quite the opposite, it is the result of internal conflict, emotional overwhelm, and the hope that one day you might be open to hearing them out. They miss your voice, your presence, your smile. They miss the way you understood them without words and made even the worst days feel lighter. What they want more than anything is a chance to speak to you again, to clear the confusion, and to express everything they've kept locked inside. They want you to see their heart, not the one that made mistakes, but the one that's been hurting in your absence and is now ready to love you better. They are silent, yes, but you have not been forgotten. Not for a single moment. Every day without you has only reaffirmed how much you mean to them. And now, more than ever, they're holding on to the hope that somehow, in time, you might be willing to give them another chance. Not just to return, but to rebuild something even stronger than what you once had. Hey love. There's not a single day that passes without thoughts of you flooding my mind. I miss you more than words can ever fully capture. I miss every little thing about you, the way your voice sounded when you were excited, the way your eyes lit up when you spoke about something you cared about, and even the smallest gestures that made me feel seen and understood. It's not just the big moments I long for, it's the quiet, simple ones too, the ones that made our connection so unique and special. I deeply crave those heart-to-heart conversations we used to have, the kind where time would just disappear and all that mattered was what we were feeling, what we were discovering about each other. There was such depth in the way we spoke, a sense of emotional safety I've never felt with anyone else. I miss your energy, how your presence could brighten a room, how your aura would soothe me in ways nothing else could. Just being near you was a comfort I can't seem to replicate. All I want is to relive those beautiful moments we shared, to feel them again, not just as memories, but as living, breathing experiences. You have no idea how often I find myself going back in time, remembering the way you smiled, the way you held my hand, the way we laughed like no one else existed. Those weren't just moments, they were milestones in my life. You are, without a doubt, the most amazing and transformative experience I've ever had. Being with you changed me in ways I never expected, and those changes still echo through my life today. It feels like you're etched into my very soul. No matter where I go or what I do, you're always with me. Time hasn't erased your memory. Distance hasn't dulled my feelings. If anything, it's made them stronger, sharper. You're not just someone from my past. You're not just a memory. You're a part of me, in a way that defies logic or reason. You're more than just a person to me, you are a true woman, someone of immense strength, beauty, and grace. I admire you deeply, not just for what you gave me but for who you are at your core. Since we've been apart, life has lost some of its color. Without you, everything feels dull. I go about my days feeling like something essential is missing. I get frustrated with myself, angry, even, for letting you down and for breaking the trust we built. That regret lives in me. It weighs on me constantly. I know I can't undo what's been done, but not a day goes by that I don't wish I had made different choices. No matter where I am, reminders of you find me. I see your name in random places, or I hear a song we used to love, and I'm instantly brought back to you. It's like the universe keeps nudging me, saying, don't forget her. Don't let go. And I haven't. I never could. All I ask of you is this, please don't lose faith. Please don't give up on what we had, or on what could still be. I know things may look uncertain from the outside, but I promise you, I am much closer to being with you than it might appear. Every step I take is guided by the hope of being reunited with you. Everything I do is fueled by the love I still carry. I want, more than anything, to love you freely and completely, to share my life with you the way I always envisioned. But I've held back for so long, afraid of what you might think, unsure of how to make it right. Still, every time I think of you, all of those fears fall away. The only thing left is the raw, honest truth, I love you. I never stopped. It's hard to keep these emotions in check. There are moments, so many of them, when all I want is to run to you, to pour out everything I've been carrying in my heart, and to hold you like I never want to let go again. I've rehearsed that moment 1,000 times in my mind. I just want to stand in front of you and say, I'm still here. I still love you. And I'm ready now. I know I can't erase the past, but I believe with every part of me that we still have a future. One built not just on love, but on understanding, honesty, and healing. I don't expect it to be easy, but I know it would be worth it, because you are worth it. Please, hold on to your faith in us. I'm coming back to you, not just in words, but in action. This time, I want to do things right. This time, I want to be the person you always believed I could be. Your partner has recently been gaining a much deeper sense of clarity after being lost in a sea of emotional confusion for quite some time. For a while, they struggled to truly understand how they felt about you and what this connection meant to them. They may have acted distant, inconsistent, or emotionally unavailable, not because they didn't care, but because they were caught in their own internal conflict. There was a lack of emotional maturity in how they handled the relationship, and they are starting to recognize that now. Whatever occurred between the two of you, whether it was an argument, a misunderstanding, or a painful separation, has not left their mind. In fact, it's been weighing heavily on their heart and has become something they can no longer ignore. As they reflect on their behavior, they are beginning to see how their actions, or perhaps their lack of action, contributed to the disconnection between you. They are coming to terms with the fact that they behaved selfishly, prioritizing their own comfort or fear over the needs of the relationship. There's a growing awareness within them that they hurt someone who genuinely cared. For many of you, this recognition might feel like it's coming too late. You've likely been carrying the emotional weight of this relationship on your own for far too long, feeling unseen, unappreciated, and emotionally drained. It's understandable if you're feeling tired of waiting for change, tired of hoping for consistency, and tired of investing in a connection that felt one-sided. You may have reached a point where you're contemplating walking away, not out of bitterness, but from a place of self-preservation. You've done the inner work, you've questioned your worth, and you've realized that staying stuck in stagnant energy isn't serving you anymore. Even if your heart still longs for this person, your spirit is pushing you toward peace, healing, and progress. Your partner, whether they've voiced it or not, is sensing this shift in you. They can feel your energy pulling away, your patience wearing thin, and your willingness to keep fighting for the relationship slowly fading. This awareness is causing them to feel a growing sense of anxiety and desperation. For the first time, they're beginning to understand what life without you might actually look like, and that realization is terrifying for them. They're no longer just missing you, they're afraid of truly losing you. That fear is shaking them out of their complacency and pushing them toward change. This internal pressure is making them want to take action, not just out of guilt, but because they genuinely want to show you that they care, that they're still invested, and that they want this relationship just as much as you do. They see now that words alone won't be enough to earn back your trust or reassure your heart. They understand that promises won't suffice without consistent effort behind them. That's why they're starting to make the necessary changes in their life and within themselves. Whether it's addressing their emotional immaturity, working on communication, or becoming more emotionally available, they are beginning to take steps that align with the kind of partner you need and deserve. They also recognize how hard this has been for you. You've been trying to let go, trying to free yourself from a connection that once brought joy but later brought confusion and pain. They know it hasn't been easy for you to even consider moving on, but they see how much effort you're putting into healing and moving forward. And it's this exact strength, this quiet determination within you, that's making them realize they can't keep living on autopilot. They don't want to lose someone who has been so patient, loyal, and emotionally invested. So now, they are preparing to show up, not just in words, but in action. They want to be the person you can rely on, the partner who can meet you halfway and help rebuild the trust that was damaged. They want to prove that this connection still has a future, one built on mutual respect, emotional growth, and genuine love. The changes they are making may not happen overnight, but they are sincere. And while they still have a lot to learn and prove, their motivation is coming from a real place, the desire to grow, reconnect, and build something lasting with you. At the end of the day, this is a turning point for both of you. For them, it's a moment of awakening and accountability. For you, it's a time of reclaiming your energy and choosing what's best for your heart. Whether this leads to reconciliation or closure, one thing is clear: you've grown stronger, and they're beginning to realize they must rise to meet the version of you that refuses to settle for anything less than mutual effort and respect.